let's get into this real quick. It's your boy Diesel. Follow me on all platforms. You see what it is. Chuck Diesel, the lone wolf. You know who it is. Actor, rapper, pretty boy. Nah, I would never call myself a pretty boy. Even if I'm pretty, I do not call myself no pretty boy. That shit kind of gay. But that's neither here nor there. What do you think? This is random topic. What do you think about the term pretty boy and niggas who call themselves pretty boys? I'm talking to you.
Hmm?
What do you think about the term pretty boy and niggas who call themselves pretty boy?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care.
Oh, if you were with a dude who was like, nah, I can't do that. I'm a pretty boy. It was dead ass
Well,
serious. Or just was like, nah, I'm a pretty boy. And like he didn't just say it in like a one off, like he revered himself. Like similar to how women call themselves a baddie or a bad bitch, he called himself a pretty boy in the same regard.
I guess.
I mean, if you don't care, you
I
don't
mean,
care.
I guess I wouldn't mind. I guess. I guess overall I don't care.
All right.
Yeah.
I, all right, so all right, I am a pretty boy. You don't think that's funny? I don't know. I don't give a fuck if niggas call themselves pretty boy. It's just me personally. I've never been able to, with a straight face, regard myself as being a pretty boy, even if I did fall into the category. You feel me? Like
That's yeah.
it's like when I was in high school, in middle school, people, oh, so you're metrosexual. And I'm like, the fuck is that? I like girls, bro. Like, metrosexual versus heterosexual, and it's just like a metrosexual man cares more about his appearance and how he comes off. Is how it was explained to me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like 18, and it was like I worked at a clothing store with a bunch of women, right? And so they're like, "Oh, you're like heterosexual," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then they said, "You're metrosexual," and I'm like, "What? What's metrosexual?" And they started trying to explain it to me, and part of the explanation was being a pretty boy, and I was just like, I don't call myself a pretty boy, man. I just know how to get dressed nice. Like I like clothes. And if by me liking clothes and caring about my appearance means I'm a pretty boy, is that a bad thing? Like, what are we talking about? I should be an ugly man? Like, what? Like, and so for me, the concept never completely stuck as being something to proclaim. You feel me? So when I hear niggas say I'm a pretty boy, I kind of laugh.
I don't know. I guess I just kind of laugh a little bit because in college they would have what kappas and they call themselves pretty boys. So just understanding that and like seeing their personalities and how they like
And that's what I'm saying.
carry on
Like
campus. It's
the
just a
whole. Oh, I guess. All right, I should let you finish.
it's a little funny.
Yeah, definitely. You said it's a little funny.
Yeah.
Why is it funny?
It's funny because it's funny to see I guess them take on traits like that and
Like what?
uh like being a pretty boy.
What are the traits? What are some of the traits of being a pretty boy? Chat.
Yeah, let's ask the chat and see
Uh,
what they say.
all right. Actually, here I'll just open it up on what you call it. You gotta have at least one that come to mind.
Let me see. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking like kind of like arrogance in a way, like an
Being arrogant
arrogance.
is part of being a pretty boy.
It's like stereotypical.
I guess I hear that. And I think that's another reason why I kind of laughed at the idea because it's like, in my head, a guy who gets an ego because he's attractive is a bitch. Like,
Hmm.
you feel me? Like, and not to say that dudes shouldn't be proud of how they look. Like, you should be proud of how you look in the sense of being confident in yourself. You only got one skin and one body. You feel me? And there are some things we got to do a little extra work in order to look appealing. You feel me? Appeasable. Like, not everybody is handsome. You feel me? And that doesn't mean you can't be attractive. It's just you can't lean heavily just on your face shape and your physical attraction naturally. You got to go line your beard up, nigga. Like maybe some earrings do look good on you. Get a
Yeah.
chain. You feel me? Change your haircut. Like
Yeah.
some niggas could wear any hairstyle and look cool. You feel me? Other niggas, you gotta wear that hat, G. Like, put the Scully back on. Like, and then the like get highlight your best features and qualities. That's pretty much what it is. You have to learn to highlight your best features and qualities. But for men who lead with looks, I think that's kind of just feminine because it's like in my head as a dude, your strength comes in being strong, not looking attractive. You feel me? And all right, let's regress, take this back. When dudes were like having to hunt and pillage and all of this, it didn't matter who was the rippedest. It didn't matter who had the nice jaw structure. Your jawbone structure wasn't stopping that coyote or stopping that wild puma, or you feel me?
Right.
Who had results? Who was still alive? That's who people looked to and revered. The man who was strong enough to keep people alive. And then we're in a culture now where being strong is not looked at the same. You feel me? So it's like the more aesthetically appearing you are, the more people treat you a certain way. And we lean so heavily on aesthetic as opposed to actual reality sometimes and virtue, where if they look appealing, everything they say is given an extra grain of salt.
I forgot, what is that called?
Pretty privilege.
Something like that, yeah.
Essentially, that's what it breaks down to. And just like people being
actual terminology for it, but
comfortable with somebody because of their appearance. Yeah, and it happens with all of us, partially with just things that we're familiar with. The more we're familiar with something, the more it's gonna be normal. You feel me? So, but yeah, it's just mad interesting. And I guess this is a big tangent because this had nothing to do with being a pretty boy or not. You feel me? It just, I laughed at it when I was about to say that. And I'm not gonna lie, pretty boy swag, you feel me? But I feel like pretty boy swag and being a pretty boy is two different things, especially if it's self-proclaimed and like a proclamation that you make, like you tell people you a pretty boy. A nigga, if somebody calls me a pretty boy, if the shoe fit, me walking around, nah, bro. Like, yeah, it's extra. Like, if you are, you are. If the shoe fit, if the shoe fit, I'll wear it. If not, we ain't even gotta talk about it. Right. Yeah. But that brings me to this here in a weird roundabout way. And just talking about expectations between men and women and a quick little story time after we watch this video.
A group of men come up and disrespect you. What do you expect your man to do?
Beat their ass?
The whole group.
Oh my God.
That right there is actually crazy, bro. I'm gonna play it over, but essentially they said, you and your mans is outside, you chilling. They're asking this girl, you and your mans is outside chilling. And a group of guys disrespect or insult you. What is your expectation? What is your man supposed to do? She said, beat their ass. They said a whole group and started laughing. Her expression did not change, falter, crack. She was dead ass. Let's watch this again.
A group of men come up and disrespect you. What do you expect your man to do?
Beat their ass?
The whole group.
Oh my God.
It's a tough job being a nigga, man. Jesus Christ. Like, on top of the fact that y'all expect us to pay for every goddamn thing, we supposed
die for y'all.
We don't even have the luxury of being afraid like a normal human being. Motherfuckers start shooting in here right now. I'm supposed to go like this over you and run with you hand in hand.
Oh, what he just said is mad important. He said men a lot of the time don't even have the luxury of being able to be afraid. And it's not saying men want to be scared or want to be afraid, but it's human to have a moment of processing fear and acknowledging the feeling. It's like you can't even acknowledge the fact that you're afraid no more. That's actually crazy.
And knowing damn well I could take off like that. I could be
You are hilarious.
I could do one of these right now and be gone. Good safety. You gonna get me shot.
God.
Fucking around with you with these goddamn heels on. I told you not to wear them.
I want a dominant man.
Are you gonna lead or not?
That's still just like
Are you a man who leads?
All right, and so this is another thing. I want to jump straight into this. So check this. She just said, if me and my man are outside and I get insulted by a group of dudes or disrespected, I expect him to beat their asses, the group of guys' asses. And once he said, this sucks because as a dude, you're expected to put your self-safety on the line in any given moment, like of notice. And then he was like, knowing damn well in a situation like this, if this is me, I'm out. I could very easily make sure I'm safe by not getting into the physical altercation. And then they said, are you a leader or not? And then she said, I want a dominant man. Are you a leader or not? I hate the fact that people misconstrue someone who's quick to jump to violence as a leader. The person who's willing to fight and get aggressive and physical does not automatically assume the role of the leader unless you actually start beating the leader's ass and take the position, right? And so for me, for her to say, are you not a leader? If I was the man in this situation, I'm going to lead it by de-escalating it, right? I'm not going to lead it by leading it into a physical altercation because I could get hurt, she could get hurt, we all could get hurt, we could go to jail. A true leader is going to think about the best case scenario for as many people in the situation, not just protect your feelings and your emotions. You feel me? Oh, what are you thinking? Nothing? No response to the video? Nothing that I said? Why? You just say something. You don't have to. You already was talking on camera. It was been recorded.
When you were talking, I was like looking at something else.
Well, you watched the video already.
I heard some of the video. What video?
I played this one for you. I'll just play it from the top.
A group of men come up and disrespect you. What do you expect your man to do?
Beat their ass.
The whole group.
Oh my God.
It's a tough job being a
Of
nigga, ain't it?
course.
Jesus Christ. Like,
So, what's your thought on that part?
Like questioning if
Just literally what they said. He said, you're outside, a group of niggas disrespect you. Why you with your man? What do you expect your man to do? She said, beat their ass.
And then what did he say after that?
They both laughed and he said, it's a hard job being a nigga.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like if guys came out wanting to fight, like
Nobody said that they wanted to fight. He said a group of guys disrespected you.
I think it depends. I feel like if a group of guys, let's say they do something disrespectful. I mean, you can call them out on it without being violent, but if it like gets to that point, then should you defend yourself? I mean, like, yeah. But
nobody said the other group was trying to fight. And her first inclination was, if I'm outside with my man and a man disrespects me, he's supposed to beat their ass. And then they said the whole group. And she said, yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to figure out what side I'm on. Like, am I with her or am I like?
Why don't you just say what you think? Like,
I don't know.
if somebody asked you the question, what would your response be? If we're outside and a group of guys made you feel disrespected, do you expect me to beat up 5 niggas because one of them made you feel disrespected? It's as simple as that. If you was outside with a group of guys and they made you feel disrespected, would you expect me to fight 5 niggas?
No. To be honest, no.
Now, if a dude even approaches you aggressively, expecting me to step in, that is 100%. You feel me?
Yeah.
If a nigga starts saying like "fuck you," like you feel me, and approach, that's a different case.
Okay.
But simple, I feel disrespected.
So now you have to.
So now you got to fight this nigga. It's like, okay, so it's a group of niggas. Only one out of 5 made you feel disrespected, but they're clearly all here together. And it's just me and you. If I deck him in his shit 9 times out of 10, one of these other 4 grown ass niggas is also gonna want to fight. You feel me? So within 10 seconds, it can go from 1-on-1 to 1-on-5. Do you know how to fight? Like, and so that's why they responded that way and just laughed. He's like, it's a hard job to be a nigga. This is like, not only am I supposed to show up in my best light and pay for everything, I also have to be willing to put my life on the line at a moment's notice. And the other 2 women said, are you a dominant man or not? And I want a leader. What you said is there's other ways to approach the situation without leading to violence. That's an actual leader. Unfortunately, the 2 women in the room looked at them like they were tripping because their inclination isn't to run to beating 5 niggas up. And it's like, as a man, I know what level of, you feel me, I'm coming at if I really believe this is a do or don't situation. You feel me? I got to make it out okay. And so if it's 5 of us all thinking with that same mentality, not everybody's making it out of this okay. You feel me? And for what? Somebody said you look fat or ugly or move, bitch. Like, no. But there are plenty of times where there are dudes who do react just because why you look at my girl that way. And now there's a fight happening, right? Yeah. Or just simple stuff that could easily be avoided just because
people are easily triggered.
Exactly. And so this is, I want to get to the story time, but I was on a balloon pop, and there were.
You were on a balloon?
I was on a pop the balloon.
You went on pop the balloon?
I went on pop the balloon.
With our
no, not with her. I wish it was with her. It would have been better, but the prospects would have been way better. Do you want to see it?
Oh my god, I want to see it. All
right. Yeah, I did plan this. I didn't plan to do this. I don't know if I even want to. Actually, I'm not even going to do it. We're not on camera. We could look at it later. Okay. But there's in all intents and purposes, there's a reason behind it. But when I was on there were 2 or 3 girls. Like, there was a girl who said, I get a lot of attention. Mind you, she has like double Ks or some shit like that, right? Oh, she's sitting there like this. You feel me? Like, this is where her shirt line was at. Boys is in her mouth and in everybody's face, right? And so she said, I get a lot of attention. How would you handle it? Would you protect me? I said, what? I just met you, little girl. Like, you feel me? No disrespect. But in the first 5 minutes of knowing you, you asking me if I will protect you.
So she popped your balloon for that?
Yes. And she says she wants a man that will make her feel safe.
What did the other guys say?
I don't know what they said. You come out one-on-one. And so we can watch it. But it's like, in that moment, I was just like, you want me to protect you because you get a lot of attention and you're meeting me today, but you need protection already. And so I was just like, well, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to understand why you need protection from the attention. If you know you get a lot of attention, do you want a lot of attention or not? Because if I don't want a lot of attention, I'm gonna figure out how to not get it first, like outside of even talking to me. If you need protection when you leave today and we don't leave together, who's giving it to you? So I'm just thinking about prolonged safety because I can't be with you 24/7. Then yeah, my balloon got popped because she wants a strong, dominant man.
All that.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Yes. You feel me? And she was just like, I just need a strong man who's okay with me getting attention. Again, while she has, you feel me? Everybody in the comments is just like, yo, like, I'll show you. But all anybody could focus on is the fact that she had her T's out and she was an OF model talking about, I get a lot of attention. Will you protect me from it? I need a man who's dominant and is strong and a leader. A strong leader is going to keep you from being in a position of needing, I'm gonna keep you out of harm's way, not fight everybody who you think is gonna harm you. The fuck? I need protection too, if that's the case. Because at any given moment, it's time to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just think it's really poor when people look at things with that mindset. And honestly, I think I'm talking to the wind because at the end of the day, I just told you this was no disrespect, a OF model with boobs bigger than both our heads. I'm not getting through to her. It's a lost cause. Oh, but this is where the story time came in. I want to say that I feel like I experienced this in real time. Whereas, like, if you get into a situation where you're presented with the opportunity, I don't know why I'm saying opportunity, but I don't even want to call it opportunity. If you're put in a position where it seems as if the logical answer is to resort to violence and you're with a woman, you could really very easily just, she's no longer interested in you, bro. You feel me? And it's like, for this situation, personally, I didn't give a damn. But for dudes who don't realize how easy it is to drop the ball on something like this, because the expectation is for you to step in and physically resolve an issue because she doesn't like what's going on, there's a lot of dudes that lean into that shit. And that's why we have a lot of shit pop off, because the masculinity of a man gets questioned in his leadership if he doesn't respond and react in violence when a woman's feelings are triggered. Not to belittle the feelings of a woman, but for you to be so moved to physical violence, which could also put you in not only harm's way, but take you out of being in proximity to do something. And, all right, you do get into this fight and you don't even get in trouble. You feel me? No locked up, no nothing like that. You end up fracturing your hand and fracturing your wrist and your shoulder is snapped out of place. Who's going to work? What provisions are you making, sir? You feel me? Like, a true leader thinks with more than just the heat of the moment, right? And so when I hear and see women responding to niggas who aren't willing to jump into physical offense, I'm like, bro, you're stupid. And you think that the hothead nigga is the smart guy or the safe bet, when really, no. That's why is crashing out so appealing? And this, the only thing I could think is that it's the opposite of what she was going to do, or is the actual physical manifestation of what she wishes she could do, which, okay, cool. Understand that, but it's still not safe. Like, and that's where it boggles me. Like, this shit's still not safe or trustworthy for anything long term. So what are you actually doing? And for dudes, I'm just like, why are you allowing your emotions to get the best of you and make you react in ways that aren't good for you long term? That's some little kid and bitch shit. And so it's like, when women tell men that is what they want, it's like you're aggregating bitch behavior in men to react emotionally in situations that could be life-threatening. You never know what's in his car. You never know who knows you how to work. You never know who really has a knife. Like, you never know who's in here with 5 people. So for you to jump to, I'm disrespected, I'm going to take physical action, I've always thought that was some of the weakest shit you could do, especially if it's a situation that you could still come out on top if you took 5 minutes, took a breath, and even just approached it with a strategy. All right, I'm disrespected and I'm about to beat this nigga's ass, but I'm not going to come at it from a straight on angle. I'm going to take 10 steps back. I'm going to play it cool. And then I'm going to wait until we walk around this corner one-on-one and tell him we about to work. And as soon as I said, I'm hitting him with this bow. You feel me? I'm not just going to be like, all right, you disrespected me. Oh, what the? No, nigga. The art of war is subtle. What the fuck? You could still win, and a true leader waits for the moment to win. What the fuck? You don't jump blindly into a battle because your emotions are, oh, you no. Sometimes people disrespect you on purpose to get you to respond and react so they can capitalize on that moment. Once you don't, you now change the power dynamic. I literally had a group of 2 niggas get ready to fight me because they were mad I said something to a girl one of them was talking to. And all I was doing was responding because I heard my name. I heard Charles, right? And so I turned around and I said, huh? What's up? You talking to me? I'm not gonna lie, young nigga was, chest out, flexed up, you feel me? And I'm chains on, you feel me? It was looking icy. But I literally just turned around because I heard my name. These 2 niggas ran up. What the fuck? Why are you talking to her? Look, you disrespecting bitches out here, nigga. It's late at night, do. And started going to square up with me because I disrespected her. And I'm just like, for real, dog? Is this really what we're doing, guys? We gotta start talking to these niggas like they were children. This nigga ran up, squared up. I was like, oh, this what we doing? Squared up, threw my shit up. They both looked at me like, wait, is this nigga serious? He just went from like backing up, talking to us like this, to now you squaring up and running at me. I'm like, look, dog, I'm not trying to fight. We don't have to do this, guys. This is real fucking stupid. You feel me? Both these niggas looked at me, looked at each other, and just was like, and walked away. And I was like, that was weird. That was mad weird. Especially because I was like, my name is Charles. She said my name. He's like, you Charles, nigga? I'll show you, Charles. What are you talking about? This nigga looked at his friend, and his friend was like, and then he squared up too, because this other nigga was squared up. And I was like, for real, y'all about to fight me? Because I said, hi, my name is Charles. And then they both just looked at each other. It was like, fuck it, come on. And I'm like, yeah, bro, this is stupid. What the fuck? You thought I disrespected her because I turned around and started talking to her? And now you want to fight me? This doesn't make sense. You leave the situation by de-escalating that shit. But also, hey, nigga, if this is what we doing, but it's stupid, what are we actually doing? For what?
Yeah.
And I did have a book bag. It wasn't shit in it. But I had to adjust that motherfucker so they don't know what I was doing. Like, nigga, we got cameras in here. Like, we about to catch this in 4K. What? But also, this shit was mad crazy. Because it was so random. It was so random. It was honestly the most random altercation that I think might have happened to me since being in LA. Yeah. As I'm walking past, I just hear Charles. And I'm like, huh? You said my name? And I'm like, how the fuck these niggas go from saying my name to getting ready to fight me? And who the fuck just was saying my name? Like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm walking down the street and somebody just yells my name out. Like, were y'all niggas waiting for me? You said Charles to see if I responded, so you knew it was me? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. It didn't sit with me very well the next day. But then I was just like, but why didn't them niggas actually fight me? Because I was by myself. And then this random crackhead white lady popped up out of nowhere.
And did what?
Walked with me.
Walked with you? Where?
Just away from where I was at. And it was like, she came out of nowhere. And I like threw up my guard, shuffled, and looked, and this white lady was standing there. And then they just looked at me, looked at her crackhead ass, and turned around. It was like, maybe it was an angel.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Maybe they saw one thing and I saw another.
I didn't say that, but if that's what you think,
I didn't say you said that.
I'm just saying.
I was like, oh, hey. Just looking at it, I'm like, why the fuck did them niggas just automatically run away after being so mad aggressive? Because I know I'm not that scary, bro. I know I'm not that scary. Even angry, I'm still not that scary. And these niggas was like 6'2", 6'4". It was 2 big ass niggas. That's why I'm saying, like, why'd they leave? What the fuck she was about to do? She's there standing, like, rip, tattered the clothes and shit. And I turned and I looked at her. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Maybe fear wasn't the factor.
What does that mean?
Maybe it wasn't fear that was driving them away.
And what was it?
Like some other emotion.
Like what?
I don't know.
What made you say that?
Because if they're not scared, then what are they?
I feel like that's weirder than not being scared or being scared. Because like you said, I can't think of what the fuck that feeling is neither.
I'm just saying it could be another emotion.
All right, you can't hit me with that proposition and have no proposition for what it is.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you technically can.
Something other than.
I don't like it because it's too open-ended and I can't come to a conclusion right now either.
Too bad.
This is bad. Look, stop talking.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Maybe it wasn't fear. I don't know. All I know, it was random as hell. It just came out of nowhere, boy. Came out of nowhere fast. And I really did. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was about to get my ass whipped, bro.
You thought you were about to what?
I thought I was about to get my ass whipped. I was look.
Prepare.
No, I was kind of afraid. You know how you afraid, but you're not. Like I was prepared but afraid. So I was just like, all right, this is about to be 2-on-1. It's late as fuck. I'm gone. I don't know what the fuck. But I'm not about to let these niggas run down on me. I ain't about to let a nigga run down on me, nigga. I had all my camera shit on me. I'm like, bro, worst case, I kick one of these niggas in the side of the kneecap. He tall as shit. He gonna falter, bruh. In that moment, I decide to do something or I take his head down too because he's gonna fall a little bit. And after that, I don't know. But these tall, and they're coming at me too. So it's like, I'm turning around as they saying shit, and they say, "What the fuck, nigga? Go to take a step up." I shouldn't have said that. I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And he's like, "What?" And the other nigga step up, throw up his guard. I'm like, "Whoa, what is this? What's? Come on now, guys, we really about to do this? What, nigga, you really about to talk to this bitch here late at night?" I'm like, "Nigga, what?" He's like, "You disrespecting this bitch out here?" Da, da, da. And like did like a quick little 2-step towards me, and so I was like, flash back, threw my guard up, and I'm like, "Whoa, for real, dog? Like this is what we doing right now?" And he was like, "What, nigga?" Other niggas step up. And so I turned to him, like, switch my guard. And I'm like, "For real, dog? Like, all because she said my name? Y'all mad at me because she said my name. Like, what are we?" And 2 more times, like, shuffle towards me. I throw my guard back up, go to adjust my shit. And I look and I see this random old white lady. And I look back and these niggas is like, and turn around, like, "No, fuck it, come on, let's go." And I turn around, I look at the white lady, and I'm like, "What the hell? What the fuck just happened?" And she was like, and I'm like, "I'm about to go this way. What are you doing?" I was like, "You trying to smoke?" You just saved me. I'm trying to roll one. You trying to smoke? Mind you, this is downtown LA, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I told you, this looked like a random crackhead lady.
Mhm.
I'm trying to reward her with a L for saving me just now.
Mhm.
And I don't even know if she saved me. I just know these niggas turned around. And once they started walking away, right before is when I even realized she
Wait,
was
did you
in the
smoke with
vicinity.
her?
No,
Oh.
no. Once I started getting close to my car, she was like, "I'm gonna go this way." And I turned around and then I turned back around, gone. And that's why I said what I said. Like, what if it looked like an old crackhead lady to me and they saw something completely different?
I don't think that's probable, but
Do you believe in God?
yeah.
All right. Is everything that he does probable to the human mind?
I feel like there's
It's a yes or no question, baby.
yes.
Everything God does is probable to the human mind.
It fits within like the human framework and like the Earth's framework.
God's framework is outside of the human framework. What are you talking about?
Okay, I agree with that.
So is everything he does probable to the human mind?
No.
It's impossible if we don't understand his framework. So there's things that he fathoms and does that's not fathomable to us. Is it probable? No, not by any type of scientific measure at all. Am I saying is what happened? But have you ever read the scripture that says we entertain angels on a regular basis and we're not even aware?
I've heard of it. Something like
Yeah, Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Oh, that's King James. We don't rock with him the long way. So the complete Jewish Bible. But don't forget to be friendly to outsiders, for in doing so, some people, without knowing it, have entertained angels. Oh, this one, some people have done that and have helped angels without knowing it. Or some people have received angels as visitors and they did not know that they were angels. Oh, this is just different interpretations of the same scripture.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, here, let's just go back to Hebrews 13 from the top. Is the NIV okay with you?
I use the NASB.
So, no.
It doesn't matter. I use NASB.
Yes or no? Keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. Oh, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? Are you reading it still?
Yeah, I see where that's verse 6.
Yeah.
Except for this one says, "The Lord is my helper; I will not be afraid. What will man do to me?" It's the same thing. What will man?
But yeah, that's part of the reason why when I really stop and look at it, I'm like you said, maybe they weren't afraid of nothing that happened with me, but they saw something I didn't see. You feel me? That made them feel some type of way. Because where did that lady come from, bro? But also, like I said, I was facing the opposite direction. So as I backed up and backpedaled, I went like this, and then I looked to my side and I seen the person, and I was like, this. And I threw my guard back up, and these niggas was turning around. So I looked back at the person who came out of nowhere and was like, where you come from? All right, well, fuck it, let's keep going. Because I was just trying to turn the block, you feel me? And I was just happy I wasn't by myself no more. I was like, all right, cool. All right, bet. At least if somebody pop out, it's another person standing there to, shield the punch or throw into them or something. You feel me? Like strategy. Come here. No, I'm playing. I honestly don't know. In the heat of the moment, my reflex might have. Probably not. I probably would have just ran for real, if it was coming and I was like prepared for it. Because with that, it's literally they were closer to me than you are right now before they started. Like, what the fuck, nigga? It's like I was literally just walking past and I was like, hurt Charles. So I turned around and like the girl was like right here. And I was like, huh? And she turned around, she's like, what, nigga? And I was like, what? She's like, the fuck? I was like, bro, you just said my name. She's like, ain't nobody talking to you. And I was like, okay, you just said Charles. And then they're like, what? And just, I'm like, yo, bro, chill. He was like, my name Charles, nigga. And I'm like, then why are you acting so hostile, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, nah. That wasn't the story I was about to tell.
I want to see this video from Papa Blue.
I was about to tell a story time first. Yeah, we could watch the Pop the Balloon, but we're gonna have to watch that on another time. You feel me? Like we could watch it tonight. I gotta finish this first. I'm not watching it on live again. But so this is a story time about in real life having a girl's attraction wilt in front of me because I wasn't willing to fight another nigga. in his own house. Because I wasn't willing to fight a nigga in his own house, Lil Shawty lost attraction for me. It could have been more nuanced. It could have been more to it, but like simply, I'm gonna just put 2 and 2 together, right? So here's the story. Honestly, I can't even do it. Y'all done seen me do story times about a lot of different things. I done did a story time about how going to the doctor and getting inspected for hemorrhoids saved my competitive career in high school. So like the lack of tact that I have on the internet sometimes reaches an all-time high. And for some reason, this story right here is not even because I care for any of the people involved, but a part of me just doesn't even feel the need to disclose all of this. And I don't want to do it publicly and make it seem as if I'm building any type of anything. You feel me? If I was already about to just tell you, I would. And honestly, all right, maybe I just, that's crazy. I feel like that's more reason to do it. This is the first time I went to have a story time and felt like not saying what I was about to say. But I feel like that means I just shouldn't say it. Because I never feel this way. Oh, remember earlier I showed you those 2 from that event? And we saw them on IG, and neither of them were tagged in their own event, but all the other people were tagged. Right. All right. So it was those 2, right? And I told you there was a shawty I had been, you feel me? I don't say seeing, but we had went on like 2-3 dates, right? And so we were supposed to have a date night and whatever. Long story short, I get to her house and this girl is still there. Granted, this is where I say, as a man, I should have never even been there. This whole situation and story happened because as a man, I wasn't standing on being a man. You feel me? I was too concerned with maintaining plans with someone who wasn't concerned enough about upkeeping these plans, right? And I say that to say, once I text her and told her, all right, I'm about to be on my way for what we had already planned that night, she told me that she had someone at her crib and that she was running behind and she was late and that she still hadn't gotten dressed, right? And so me still wanting to put myself in proximity to getting some kitty that night said, whatever, cool. Instead of just saying never mind or something, I told her, cool, I'll go home and take a shower and change first. You feel me? I'll re-alter the framework and plans of how tonight we're supposed to go, and I'll just get you at a later time. I'm thinking that, you feel me? That's cool. I should have just said, all right, never mind. I'll see you when you not busy. Simple as that. My Friday night is now free, bitch. And instead, my ass, once the hour or 2 passed, whatever, I told her what time I'd be there. I just hopped in the whip. I'll go and buy a bottle, and then I pull up at her crib, and I tell her I'm on the way, and she tells me, all right, cool. Like, you feel me? And it was like an hour to get to the crib. So with all of this, I'm assuming that it's been 2+ hours since the original time we were supposed to link. I'm assuming your friend is gone by now. You feel me? Especially because you didn't tell me not to come, right? And so I get there, and she opens the door and says, I'm sorry, X, Y, and Z still here. Oh, all right, true. And so we walk into the same room and everything, and the tone, the energy is just weird. And I'm just like, all right, what's good? She sat, her and her nigga is arguing and fighting, and she's trying to figure out how to get home. And I'm just like, Uber, Lyft, bus. Like, there's a multitude of ways to get back home. Like, and so I sit my ass down. You feel me? I'm not about to just blanket offer, I got you. I don't even know where you live. Like, and so after like 10, 15 minutes, and I asked Lil Shawty, like, she don't got no, you feel me, other means of getting out of here. And she was like, I don't know. And this is another thing. As men, having standards for yourself and for the people you allow in your life and the people who are in their life. There's no reason as 2 30-year-old women, neither one of them had the resources to get 30 minutes to the next location. Like, neither of you got $50 for an Uber. You feel me? I understand expecting somebody to have money for an Uber can seem a little like, oh, because everybody's struggling and going through stuff. But as a grown-up, you're over here at somebody else's house crying, woe is me, and you don't even got $25. Like, neither one of you could put $10 together to get a Waymo.
Yeah.
My ass still sitting there trying, you feel me?
Yeah.
I should have got my ass up right then and there and said, this sounds like a problem you guys are going to have to figure out. I'll see you when you're free. No. Instead, I'm like, where do you even live? I'm still trying to keep my date night intact, and this already 3 hours past the time, and she clearly don't give a fuck. Why do I? So I find out that she lived like 10, 15 minutes past the crib out, right? So I'm like, whatever. I clearly have to go back home. So I'll just give her a ride. You could slide with me, and we could just kick it tonight at the crib. All right. So like I said, her and her nigga was not seeing eye to eye. I didn't know her and her nigga lived together, and that this nigga had been plotting back and forth, texting her the whole time we was on the way to the spot, right? So by the time we get to the spot, she talking about, I don't want to stay here, and I don't want to go inside alone. I agreed to take you home, baby. I ain't agree to walk into the house and greet your boyfriend. Like, you feel me? Once she says she don't feel comfortable going inside, Lil Shawty I went to go pick up says she's going in with her. I'm like, bro, these niggas is over here arguing back and forth. You about to go walk into that DV case? You feel me? And this is why I'm like, I believe this was actually her girlfriend. And I believe the issue was the fact that he knew that was her girlfriend. Right. So I'm like, bro, y'all really asking me to step into y'all weird relationship and into her argument with her boyfriend? Again, a self-respecting man would have never been in that situation, because as soon as she was 2 hours behind schedule, plans would have changed. Never mind, bitch. Second, as soon as we got to that front door and her friend said, I don't feel like going inside by myself, I would have said, well, I'm not going in that house neither. Right. Instead, Lil Shawty I came with goes to open her seatbelt, and I'm like, you going inside? And she was like, will you come in with us? I said, with both of y'all? How long y'all about to be in this bitch? She said, we'll be quick, right? Well, at first it's like, it's awkward. This nigga's in his drawers when we walk in. So I'm like, what is this? Right? And he's like, oh, my bad, man. My bad, gang, right? And I'm like, it's cool, G. Like, this not my shit. You feel me? And so this nigga started moving around, getting dressed. She go upstairs, I guess, to pack her bag. And then she starts, like I said, we pull up and she's like, oh, I got a flight tomorrow anyway, and I don't feel like staying here. And I'm like, all right, I live 5 minutes from the airport, so I'm not staying in this bitch. If you got 5 minutes to pack a bag, and then you could crash on the couch if you really want to, right? Still overextending like a motherfucker. And I already know that there's some weird chemistry between her and Lil Shawty. At the end of the day, I'm like, whatever, bro. At this point, I'm just trying to get back to the crib. I'm hungry as hell. I'm trying to eat. And I was planning on having a date night and drinking this bottle of Patron. So let's get back to the crib, right? I didn't say all of this, but this is why I'm just like, okay, oh, bet, whatever. Let's get inside and back outside as quick as possible. Oh, we get inside and this nigga's upset because I just walked in and seen him in his drawers, and he didn't know 3 motherfuckers was about to walk into his crib while he was in his drawers. Rightfully so, right? And so long story short, all of a sudden he can't find his phone that he had before we got there, right? So the two of them start arguing about touching people's shit and going through people's shit and stuff like that, right? The girl I come with run upstairs while the two of them is arguing back and forth. I'm like, dog, what the hell? I start hearing, fuck you, do. All of a sudden I hear a bunch of stuff moving. And I'm like, bro, for real? Because before this, it's probably like 5 minutes. We hear them upstairs arguing back and forth. We hear like a smack, and I'm like, yo, what is this? And then all of a sudden the voices both start popping off, right? And so she's like, I gotta go up there and see what's going on. Why? We shouldn't even be here right now. And so she goes up there, and then the big boom and shit happened. This nigga, bro, run outside talking about, I'll blow this whole bitch up. I don't know me. Don't fuck with me. I'll do X, Y, and Z. All of this shit. They both looking at me like I'm supposed to do something. You had me in this man's house where he was in his drawers, minding his business before the two of y'all came in here talking about let's beat him up. No, I don't know what's going on right now. Lil Shawty looked at me like, for the rest of the night, she was not on my body. And all I could think is, y'all some crazy hoes, bro. This nigga over here talking about blowing this whole shit up. And all y'all could think about is, I didn't do nothing. At the end of the day, this nigga's dreads is sitting on the floor. You didn't need my help. He left to go get something because y'all had it covered. And in my head, I'm like, look, bro, if y'all think I'm a pussy because of that, all I said was, I'm leaving. If y'all come into my crib, we out the door now. I'll see you in the car. What the fuck? I'm not about to walk into this nigga shit and fight him because y'all arguing. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know who got what in his house. I was like, bro, I'm not going to jail for y'all hoes. And I'm damn sure not about to get my face fucked up. I have auditions this week. What the hell? Bro, after that, like I said, Lil Shawty was not on my body for nothing. And I'm like, damn, I made the kitty dry up because I wasn't trying to be the knight in shining armor. I wasn't willing to step into her girlfriend's.
How does that feel?
I feel like a genius. I feel like I said, a real nigga would have never even been in that position. You feel me? As soon as she started rerouting plans, I would have said no. All right, cool. I'll see you later. As soon as I got to the crib and realized her friend was still there and they both was broke as fuck, I would have laughed and left and got on the phone and talked. You feel me? Like, bro, you don't believe what the fuck. This shit's stupid. I'm over here. No, bro. The amount of gas and Patron that I bought, no, fuck that shit. I would have never been in that situation with somebody who didn't even have the bandwidth and the wherewithal to keep themselves from being in that situation. Why are you upstairs in the bedroom with two niggas who are clearly fighting each other? Mm-hmm. Where does this involve you? And why did both of you decide to come? You feel me? Mm-hmm. I had to ask myself, nigga, why are you in this situation? Before I even got out the car, I knew where the night was headed. You feel me? So it's like, as a leader of the shit, I would have been like, nah, bro, tell this nigga to put a bag of your shit together and put it at the door. We're not even going in that bitch. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to do that, I'm not coming inside and you, all right, cool, I'm going to drop you off here. You feel me? I wouldn't have been trying to be appeasing to the situation at all. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I wouldn't have even put us both in that situation. When she went to get out the door, I would have said, nah, bitch, we're not going in there. Yeah. You feel me? And so that's how it makes me feel, as if I didn't take enough action beforehand. I definitely took the responsible action at the end of the night. Where do I get off walking into another man's house and trying to put him in a position? You feel me? Yeah. Or like, I didn't see him do anything in front of me. I just heard the ruckus upstairs. When I got upstairs, they was already separate. Mm-hmm. And apparently the girl I came with was the one who caused the biggest commotion and noise. That's what I heard. It's her trying to step in. Mm-hmm. I ain't got nope. I don't got no time for none of this. Again, y'all hoes is 30 plus years old without $50 to get an Uber, but you want somebody to fight a nigga for you? For what? What do I gain? Now I get to take responsibility for you? Fuck no. No, that ain't pimping. And so when I really just sit back and look at it, I'm like, bro, what kind of situations do you be getting yourself into? That's the biggest thing that I had to ask myself. What kind of situations do you even be getting yourself into? And that's when you say things like, what kind of girls do you talk to? Mm-hmm. Shit, not those kind. Not no more. You know, I can't even tell you what type of girls those was. It wasn't. They was demons. Oh, shit. Demons had a nigga on demon time. You know the funniest thing is, I call my dad, right? My dad is funny as hell. So I call my dad because, like I said, I always got off work at like 6 o'clock, right? And so the plan was to leave from work and pick Lil Shawty up because my job was closer to her than it was. I think it was just easier to go that way than to come home with her, right? And so I got off work and she was like, yo, my friend's here, blah, 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 I'm running late, right? And so I get to the crib, my pops calls me. And he's like, yo, man, she's with her friend. She looked good, man. She was like, shit, man, what you should do is go buy a bottle and bring them both back. I said, get off my phone, dog. He was like, no, man. Just see. He said she's arguing with her boyfriend. He was like, yeah, man. Go buy a bottle of Henny. I said, maybe I should. I don't know. Luckily, I don't even say luckily. Really, the friend just gave me a feeling. Like, fellas, you ever just see a chick and just know you would never, like, and she not ugly? You just ever look at a girl who not ugly and just be like, yeah, I would never. I couldn't even, like, just something about her aura, the way she moved just was so unattractive. It was like, I didn't even want to kiss her. Like, I didn't even want to touch her, like, hold her hand. You feel me? When I say touch her, just like, I didn't want to be in physical proximity enough to have to touch. And I don't know why. It's just the vibe I got from her. So it's like, he said that, and I was like, I don't know. Fuck it. Hey, that'd be crazy. Nah. Don't let this nigga hype me up. Do not. But then when I thought about that, I just think it's funny because my dad don't really give me advice unless it's like, if I ask him, what do you think, what kind of car I should get? He'll give me that type of advice, right? Or if I'd be like, what should I eat? He'll give me that type of advice. But like relationship advice, career advice, life advice, this nigga just be like, I don't know, man. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
That's good.
And I was like, that's crazy. And one day he was just like, we're not the same. So I don't want to make you like me.
I think that's actually good.
And I thought that was so crazy, but I appreciated it a lot too. You feel me? Where I'm like, that's a real response. This nigga, I think you're doing okay. And I was just like, who is this man? You feel me? And I was like, who is he at his core? What do he be doing? I'm curious. Oh, but it is what it is. But yeah, that was the story time. She's like, I still just want to watch this pop the balloon.
I do.
Give it 3 more minutes and we'll start it up. Oh, in the meantime, I'm gonna just go ahead and show y'all the last video I dropped. One love. Life can be so simple, don't you dare complicate it. Do it like your playlist be, why don't you update it? Get hit to the latest, new school, go tycoon, came in like a typhoon, snapping like a rifle, perfect with my timing and my shot, take my spot near the top, boy stop a boycott, could never block the plot that I got, flow keep on coming, yeah it's kinda like a mop tipped over, cold as Nova Scotia, gotta keep it up for my people in the culture, the 3-3 we can't lose, the city never sleep yet, some the people snooze on me, it's all good, you'll see, cause XYZ equals he, I am the solution, my only resolution is to do it how I do it, gotta go and step into it, had my shot and blew it, but I already knew it, was a bum ass deal and I still stepped into it, chapter from my past, I don't like to brag, record, mix and master, young master of my craft, I've been on my path, trying to climb inside my bag, let me do the math, took a whole lot of time, baby, and I like to add, onto it, yeah, move fluid, I be in my groove, baby, kinda like a druid,
Life can be so simple, don't you dare complicate it. Do it like your playlist, baby, why don't you update it? Get hip to the latest, new school guru, Thai food tycoon, came in like a typhoon. Life can be so simple, don't you dare complicate it. Do it like your playlist, baby, why don't you update it? Get hip to the latest, new school guru, Thai food tycoon, came in like a typhoon. Elusive conclusions, I hit the booth and go stupid. I've been dreaming so lucid, seeing through your confusion. I can't lie, only time I feel alive when the lights of the mic is somewhere in my sight, getting lost inside these lines. Sick of standing, so I start to climb. Young Indigo, Billy Go, been the greatest thing that I know since any, mini, money, mo. In that very first line I wrote, they call me Lil C, and you can't touch me. Now the nickname D's, and I be flowing like the sea, the pinnacle of belief. It all be flowing from me. You get it in my speech, every word that I speak, best believe I'm gon' meet. The world is in my reach, I could muster up a thought that could conquer all belief, and still bet you wouldn't believe if I could tell you who I be. Hey, it's like a bamboo seed, watch me spring, 2 minutes all I need.